Hello, boys and girls. Mrs. Batliner. Welcome to our next story. Today's story is called Sulwe, written by Lupita Nyong'o, illustrated by Vashti Harrison. If you look under Sulwe's name, you will see that this book is a #1 New York Times bestseller. And what that simply means is that it's a great story that many people have purchased the book. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Sulwe was born the color of midnight. She looked nothing like her family, not even a little, not even at all. Mama was the color of dawn. Baba the color of dusk. And Mick, her sister, was the color of high noon. Hardly anyone at school looked like Sulwe either. People gave her sister Meek pet names like Sunshine and Ray and Beauty. People gave Sulwe names like Blackie and Darky and Night. Sulwe felt hurt every time. She hid away while her sister made lots of friends. So, boys and girls, think about it. How would you feel if you did not like the color of your skin and people made fun of the color of your skin because you were darker than everyone else? And then you just kind of went away and didn't have any friends and hid all the time. How would that make you feel? Yeah, I think that's exactly the way that Sulwe felt. And so she kind of hid from everyone because of the color of her skin. Sulwe dreamed of being the same color as her sister. She wanted real friends too. So this is a great illustration as well, boys and girls, because look at every single person there has a different color. So she got the biggest eraser she could find and tried to rub off a layer or two of her darkness. That hurt. You think that was very smart? No, that's not very smart. She crept into Mama's room and helped herself to her makeup. Oh no, she would hear about this from Mama. So look at the last picture of her, how she's trying to make herself lighter. Sulwe decided to work from the inside out and ate only the lightest, brightest foods. You think that's going to work? I don't think so. With a stomach ache, she went to bed early and turned to God for a miracle. Dear Lord, why do I look like midnight when my mother looks like dawn? Please make me as fair as the parents I'm from. I want to be beautiful and not just to pretend. I want to have daylight. I want to have friends. If you hear me, my Lord, and would like to comply, may I wake up as bright as the sun in the sky. Amen. Thumb up if you think her prayer worked, that when she woke up, she would have light skin. Nope, didn't work. When Mama came in to wake her for school the next morning, Sulwe rose to find not a trace of daylight in her midnight skin. Sulwe told Mama everything. Mama asked, "What is your name?" "Sulwe," she muttered. "And what does that mean?" "Star," Sulwe whispered. Look at this beautiful illustration. It looks like it's so real. Brightness is not in your skin, my love. Brightness is just who you are. As for beauty, Mama said, rubbing Sulwe's stomach the way she always did to comfort her, you are beautiful. Sulwe sighed. Well, you were beautiful to me, but you can't rely what you look like to make you feel beautiful, my sweet. Real beauty comes from your mind and your heart. It begins with how you see yourself, not how others see you. Now, you get and out you go. So that's a great sentence right there. Real beauty comes from your mind and your heart. It begins with how you see yourself, not how others see you. It's a great thing to remember. How could she, as dark as she was, have brightness in her? How could she have beauty when no one but her mother seemed to see it? How could she be a star? That night, a shooting star appeared at Solway's window. The night sent me, the star said. Come with me. Solway hopped onto the star and off they went. Wouldn't it be great to be able to ride on a star? Long ago, at the beginning of time, said the star, there was night and day, and they were sisters. Can you find them in this illustration? They loved each other very much. But people didn't treat the sisters the same. Take a look. How did they feel about Day? Yeah, they thought she was lovely, nice, and pretty. What did they say about Dark? Scary, bad, ugly. People gave Day pet names like lovely and nice and pretty. People gave Night names like scary and bad and ugly. She felt hurt every time. Well, Night got fed up and walked right off the earth. Day stayed behind and enjoyed making everyone happy in the sun. But then Day grew too long. So kind of think about that, boys and girls, if it was always so sunny out. It was okay in the beginning, but now look at that bottom picture. There's no more water to drink. The ox is like on the ground tired. So Day is fun for a while, but not all the time. Day began to really miss her sister. So did everybody else. There had to be a way to get her back. Day set off to find Night, and she did. I miss you, said Day. I miss you too, said Night, but you don't know what it's like to be treated badly for being dark. You're right, I don't, Day replied. But what I do know is that we need you just the way you are. Come and see. How pretty that is. Night returned and the people rejoiced. We need the darkest night to get the deepest rest. We need you so that we can grow and dream and keep our secrets to ourselves. The stars chimed in. Brightness isn't just for daylight. Light comes in all colors, and some light can only be seen in the dark. While day had a golden glow, with night everything had a silver sheen, elegant and fine. Day told her sister, when you are darkest is when you are the most beautiful. It's when you are most you. Could it be that night did not need to change? Not even a little? Not even at all? Hmm. Now that night and day were back together, a little bit of night returned to day in the form of shadows. and a little bit of day returned to night in the form of moonlight. They were inseparable from that moment on and promised to celebrate the brightness in each other, whether people chose to see it or not. Maybe Sulwe learned something. You see, the star explained, we need them both on their sunniest day and their darkest night, and every shade in between. Together, they make the world we know, light and dark, strong and beautiful. Sulwe rose the next morning beaming. There'd be no hiding anymore. She belonged out in the world, dark and beautiful, bright and strong. Look at how surprised her mom is to see her, how happy she is. And if she ever needed a reminder of her brightness, she could look up at the sky on the darkest night to see for herself. What a great lesson. Sulwe felt beautiful inside and out. Here's a great author's note. Much like Sulwe, I got teased and taunted about my night-shaded skin. I prayed to God that I would wake up with paler skin. I tried all sorts of things to lighten my complexion. My mom told me often that I was beautiful. She's my mother. Of course she's supposed to think that. It wasn't until I was much older that my feelings about my skin changed. It helped me to see darker-skinned women being celebrated for their beauty. If they were beautiful, I could be too. I began to see myself differently. While both Sulwe and I had to learn to see our beauty, I hope that more and more children begin their lives knowing that they are beautiful, that they can look to the beauty in the world and know they are part of it. And yet, what is on the outside is only one part of being beautiful. Yep, it's important to feel good about yourself when you look in the mirror. But what is even more important is working on being beautiful inside. That means being kind to yourself and kind to others. That's the beauty that truly shines through. The journey I went on was very different from Sulwe's nighttime adventure, but the lesson was the same. There's so much beauty in this world and inside you that others are not awake to. Don't wait for anyone to tell you what is beautiful. Know that you are beautiful because you choose to be. Know that you always were and always can be. Treasure it and let it light the way in everything that you do. What a great message from the author. And here is a picture of the author of the book. So I hope you learned that it doesn't matter the color of your skin, that you really have to love yourself on the outside, but also you have to love yourself on the inside. And the way that you do that is by being kind to yourself and kind to others. All right, boys and girls, I will see you the next time.